Okay, this lesson video is on how to solve multi-step equations. So multi-step means there's quite a few, more than one or two. Okay, so our steps are here at the top. First, we would look to see if we have distributive property. You recognize if there's distributive property if you have parentheses in the problem. So that means to multiply. And not every problem will want you to multiply. It's just the first step that you are looking for in this type of problem. So you do it if it's necessary. Step 2, we move on to that. We combine like terms. So I always like you guys to find where the equal sign is and draw this line down. If we are on the same side, these terms are on the same side of the equal sign, we're using the same signs to combine them, to make them like terms. It's only when we move to the opposite side of the line where we use opposite operations or opposite signs. And after we've combined all of our like terms, then we solve. Then we start moving things to the opposite side of that line. Okay, so our goal is to isolate, get our variable on one side and our numbers on the opposite side of the equal sign. So looking at number 1, I have 9x plus 1 minus 7x minus 5 equals negative 20. So first thing I'm going to do here is my equal sign. Again, I only use opposite signs in operations if I move to the opposite side of that line. Now, like terms, I don't have distributive property because I do not have parentheses, but I do have like terms. We have had this lesson before. For like terms, x's go with x's. So I have a 9x that will go with negative 7x, and then my constants are 1 and negative 5. So those are the terms that can go together. So 9x minus 7x make 2x. Okay. 1 and negative 5 make negative 4. So we have 2x minus 4 now on the left, and that equals negative 20. Okay, now we want to start moving and isolating x. Here's this x I'm trying to solve for. So we move any addition or subtraction that needs to happen first. We're going to add 4 to both sides. So we bring down our 2x that we haven't used, and negative 20 plus 4 is negative 16. You almost always dividing is our last step. So we're going to finish this up by dividing both sides by 2. So we have x equals negative 8. And how do I know I'm done? My x is isolated, it's by itself, and the number's on the opposite side of the equal sign. Okay, number 2, we have 91 equals negative 7 times 3a minus 1. When you have parentheses, again, that means to multiply. Now, working left to right, 91 is like kind of alone. We can't use it yet, so we will bring it down. We'll use him later. And still working left to right, I have negative 7 on the outside of the parentheses. We need to distribute or multiply inside the parentheses. So negative 7 times 3a is negative 21a. Negative 7 times negative 1. A negative times a negative is always positive, so that's the sign we're writing down here, positive 7. I look, do I have any like terms to combine? 91 is alone. It has no one to combine with. On the right side, we have negative 21a and a positive 7. They are not like terms because variables, letter terms, can't go with number terms. So again, we're trying to get this a term by itself. So we move any addition or subtraction that's happening first. So we're going to minus 7 to the opposite side. 91 minus 7 is 84. And we're going to bring that down and say it's equal to negative 21a. We're going to divide now. So we want to separate negative 21 and a. Negative 21 and a are touching. That means they're being multiplied. So we undo that by division. We divide by the number in front of the variable. So 84 divided by negative 21 is negative 4. So we would say negative 4 equals a, which is the same thing as saying a equals negative 4. We can write it either way, and it means the same thing. So moving on to number 3. Here's my equal sign. I love to know where it's at. And we work our problem from left to right. So we have 4m minus 5 times 3m plus 10 equals 126. We're going to bring down 4m. It's not touching the parentheses, so it's not the part that's being multiplied, so we're going to save it for later. We are multiplying negative 5 times 3m to get a negative 15m, and then negative 5 times positive 10 is negative 50. We stop multiplying because we had our closing parentheses. We say equals, we bring down 126. On the left side, okay, now I'm looking, do I have like terms anywhere? So m terms go together. 4m goes with my negative 15m. And then see how 50 is on his own, negative 50. So no one to combine him with. on this side of the equal sign. So 4m's take away 15m's is negative 11m. And we bring down negative 50. This is equal to 126. Okay, now we start moving things around. I'm trying to get m by himself. So that means we have to move the negative 50 by opposite side of the line, means opposite operation. We're adding 50. So we're bringing down negative 11m. It's equal to 126 plus 50, which is 176. To finish this up, we divide by the number in front of our variable. We're dividing by negative 11. So m is equal to negative 16. And we're finished with that problem. Okay, on number 4, we have negative 3 times k minus 8. Then we're subtracting k plus 5 in parentheses equals 23. So I have two sets of parentheses showing me that we have two sets of multiplication that need to happen first. So we just work this problem from left to right. We're going to do negative 3 times k and negative 3 times negative 8. And then we stop multiplying the negative 3 because we have that closing parentheses. So we're going to get negative 3k, and then negative 3 times negative 8 becomes a positive 24. So we're putting plus 24 here. And we pick up where we left off. We have this negative sign that's outside the parentheses. So we're multiplying in negative 1 to k and positive 5. So that gives us a negative k, and negative times positive 5 is negative 5. And that's equal to 23. Our next job is to look for like terms on either side. So my negative 3k can go with negative k. My positive 24 will go with negative 5. And these are all like terms because they're on the same side of the equal sign. So negative 3k minus another k means we have negative 4k. Okay. Positive 24 minus 5 means we have a positive 19, and this is equal to 23. Okay, after that, it's a two-step solving process. We want to move this positive 19 to the opposite side, so its opposite operation will be subtraction. We're bringing down negative 4k. It's equal to 23 minus 19, which is 4. And then we finish it up by dividing both sides by the number in front of k, which is negative 4. So 4 divided by negative 4 is negative 1. Okay, our next problem is number 5. We have 20 equals, so there's where my line goes. 10x minus 6 times 2x plus 5. So we only have a 20 on this left side, so we're going to bring it down. We're also bringing down our 10x here on the right side because it's not the piece that's touching the parentheses. It's not the piece getting multiplied. Negative 6 is. So negative 6 times 2x is negative 12x. Negative 6 times positive 5 is negative 30. So I'm going to check for like terms. I don't have like terms on the left because there's only one term. My like terms on the right are 10x minus 12x. So putting those together, we again bring down the 20 on the left. It equals 10x minus 12x is negative 2x. We haven't used negative 30 yet. We didn't change it. It didn't have any like terms. Okay, so now we want to get x by itself. So we move any addition or subtraction that needs to happen first. So my negative 30 needs to come to the other side, so we are going to add 30 to both sides. So 20 plus 30 is 50. It's equal to the only thing left on the right side, which is negative 2x. We're going to finish this up by dividing by the number in front of x, which is negative 2. So 50 divided by negative 2 is negative 25, equal to x. Again, I know I'm done when I've got my variable all by itself. Number 6, we have 8 times 2w minus 1 minus 4w equals negative 116. So we always work left to right. We're going to start by multiplying 8 into what's inside the parentheses. So 8 times 2w is 16w. 8 times a negative 1 is a negative 8. So that's what we write down. We stop multiplying because we had a closing parenthesis, so we bring down the negative 4w. It hasn't been used yet, and we're also bringing down negative 116. Next, we check for like terms. On the left side, my 16w combines with a negative 4w. Negative 8 is all by itself. There's no other constants. So 16w's minus 4w's leaves us with 12w's. We're going to bring down negative 8. It's equal to negative 116. Okay, we're to the two-step solving process at this point. We want to get w by itself. We move any addition or subtraction first. So we're adding 8 to both sides. Bring down our 12w. Negative 116 plus 8 is negative 108. Okay, the last step, we divide by the number in front of our variable. So we're dividing both sides by 12. W is equal to negative 9. And we're wrapped up there. Number 7, we have 11h minus, in parentheses, 2h minus 1 equals 118. So there's my equal sign. I draw a line at that point. Now working left to right, some of you might think that we need to multiply 11h into 2h, but we do not do that. 11h isn't directly touching the parentheses, so we bring it down. 11h. What we are multiplying into the parentheses is the negative sign, or basically a negative 1. So we get negative 2h, and then negative 1 times negative 1 becomes a positive 1. So watch your sign changes. We're bringing down 118. We are checking for like terms on the left side. So we have 11h to go with negative 2h, and that makes 9h. We're bringing down positive 1. It's equal to 118. Now we move any addition or subtraction that's happening. So we are going to subtract 1 from both sides. We have 9h equals 117. And we're going to finish this by dividing by the number in front of our variable. So divide both sides by 9. And h is equal to 117 divided by 9 is 13. Okay, number 8, we have negative 25 equals, there's my line, 1/2 times 10x minus 2 and then plus 3x. So working left to right, we're going to bring down our negative 25, he's on his own, and we're multiplying 1/2 into 10x and negative 2. So 1/2 of 10x would be 5x, half of negative 2 is negative 1. We're done multiplying when we hit that closing parenthesis, and we bring down positive 3x. Okay, I will not have any like terms on the left because there's only one term, but I will have like terms on the right. That would be 5x and 3x. So again, we're going to bring down negative 25 equals 5x and 3x make 8x, and bring down negative 1. Okay, we're trying to isolate this x. So we're going to move any addition or subtraction that's happening on the same side of it. So we're going to add 1 to both sides. Negative 25 plus 1 is negative 24. That's equal to 8x. And we finish by dividing by the coefficient of x. So divide by 8. Negative 24 divided by 8 is negative 3. And we're finished with that problem. Almost done. Number 9. Okay, we have 7 minus 5/2 times 8r minus 6, and then adding a 2r equals 32. So left to right, 7's getting brought down. What's being multiplied into the parentheses is negative 5/2. So negative 5/2 times 8r is negative 20, and then r. Negative 5/2 times negative 6 is a positive 15. So bring that down. We stop multiplying because we had closing parenthesis, and we bring down positive 2r. It's equal to 32. Looking for like terms. Okay, we have positive 7. That goes with positive 15. And then negative 20r that goes with positive 2r. So two sets of like terms here. 7 plus 15 is 22. Negative 20r plus 2r is negative 18r equals 32. Okay, to isolate r, we're going to move any addition or subtraction first. Now keep in mind this 22 is positive. To move it, we do the opposite, which will be subtraction. So we're bringing down our negative 18r. 32 minus 22 is 10. Now we're dividing both sides by negative 18. So 10 over negative 18. Okay, that's going to simplify. We can divide both by 2, and we're going to get r equals negative 5/9. Or just type it into your calculator and see what it simplifies to. Okay, this is a fun problem. We get to translate it from words and then make the math problem and then solve it. So breaking this into parts, we have 5 times the difference of. Okay, the difference of means we're going to start having parentheses. And what's going to go in the parentheses is twice a number and 3. And that's where it would close. So that would look like 5 parentheses. The difference means we're subtracting twice a number. Right here would be 2x, and 3 would go on the opposite side. So that's 5 times the difference of a number and 3. Now this is decreased by, so that's a minus sign. And then where it says the sum of, that means we're using parentheses again. We're summing a number and 8. So x plus 8, sum means to add. We close our parentheses and we say equal sign 13. Okay, we are ready to solve this problem. Working left to right like we always do. We're going to distribute our 5. 5 times 2x is 10x. Then we have 5 times negative 3 for negative 15. Stop multiplying the 5. We're going to pick up and multiply our negative 1 into the parentheses. So we have negative 1x minus 8, and this equals 13. Looking on the left side, where are our like terms? 10x and negative x are like terms. Negative 15 and negative 8 are like terms. So 10x minus 1x is 9x. Negative 15 and negative 8 make negative 23, and this equals 13. So now we're ready to move things to the opposite side. We're going to add 23 to both sides. So we're bringing down our 9x. It's equal to 36. And dividing both sides by 9 to finish it up. So x equals positive 4. So that's doing multi-step equations. Next we'll do variables on both sides with those multi-steps and move on from there.